So, I wanted to take a few moments to reflect on having run my online manga bookshop, shoujo for the past year because as of my birthday, November 19th of this year, the shop has been open for a year. What inspired me to open my shop is that I suffered two layoffs in a row um, between 2023 and 2024. And at the end of the day, I really love manga and anime as it relates to the shoujo and josei or ladies comics demographics. And so I wanted to do something that would help spark joy for me. And I spent 5 years as a bookseller prior to moving on to the publishing industry before my layoffs. And so I really missed the joyful parts of being a bookseller. And so that's what inspired me to open shojomagnifique.com. Now, there has been trials and tribulations. Um, I quickly learned after I want to say the first 2 months that I didn't want the shop to thrive only on used manga, especially because it was so dependent on what kind of deals I would get from, browsing online marketplaces and then trying to figure out what is a fair price based on what I paid for the manga to then sell it forward. So leveraging knowledge I learned while in publishing, I decided to eventually reach out to the sales teams at the major publishers and distributors so that I could offer new manga on the shop as well. And so that's why, as of a few months ago, I now have both new and used manga available at Shojo Magnifique, primarily from Viz, Kodansha, Seven Seas, and very soon I will start offering yen press titles new from the shop as well. Oh, and the occasional Tokyo Pop title when I see a shoujo available or josei. Um, Trials and tribulations also included, um, you know, reaching out to the community, listening to some of the recommendations from the community. I learned after some time that you can't just buy everything the community recommends that they, say on paper is popular, because there are going to be times where you end up sitting on inventory and said inventory won't move for a few months. So it is trial and error in terms of inventory and really figuring out what kind of things move within the community that people are willing to buy from a small business slash independent bookseller, and in what quantities. And quantities can sometimes, from a realistic standpoint, be an issue because, of course, when you are trying to make new manga available, certain publishers and distributors require that you purchase either a certain quantity or a certain financial threshold worth of titles in order for you to get said titles. So that's been a lot of trial and error for me, and that's why sometimes you'll see more titles readily available from certain publishers rather than others. And so it's still a lot of guesswork sometimes, and sometimes it's a real hit and everything will sell como pan caliente. And there are other times where it's like, oh, once the inventory for this title sells, perhaps I won't sell it again for a while unless I start to get a lot of requests for it. I'm not feeling cute enough to be on camera today, and so that's why I'm just showing the screen of my times frame, which I just got for my birthday. So it is my favorite device right now in my house, aside from my Switch 2 probably. So my goal for the coming new year in 2026 is that I can collaborate to be an authorized reseller of one of my favorite indie stationery brands, because I love stationery, and the brand that I have in mind that allows people to be authorized resellers of their items is so cute, so girly, so shoujo aesthetic in my mind, that I feel like being able to offer manga and like a cute little notepad or bookmark or something like that along with my manga in like some sort of bundle or just individually will be so cute. So that is a goal that I can start to achieve, hopefully, if not by January 2026, by February 2026. But in full disclosure, it does take money to make money. If the shop has a decent amount of profits, it allows me to get more inventory for the shop and hopefully be able to branch out in the way that I want to branch out, which would include being able to sell stationery from that indie stationery creator. So I do hope that the shop continues to flourish as it has in the past 4 months. Particularly in the last 2 months, I have reached my personal sales/profit goal, which personally indicates to me like, yay, I'm really doing something for the community. The shop is worth it. I need to keep going. The shoujo and josei lovers of manga, and since I do have Who Made Me a Princess manhwa, they are counting on me and they appreciate my work and they appreciate my little corner of happiness in the world where they can get shoujo and josei manga and manhwa at a affordable price here in the US, incluyendo a Puerto Rico. So anytime I get an order, I'm like, yay, someone's counting on me and they need this manga and hopefully it'll help make their day. And whenever I get a shout out from people who have purchased from me, or just like a nice email or DM saying how much people love the shop, it really means a lot to me. And I'm so relieved and so happy to have made my personal sales goal/profits goal for the year, because I was a little worried at first. The first 3 or 4 months, the shop just barely made enough to cover the expenses of running the shop. So for it to finally be hitting a stride where it's flourishing and everyone can enjoy it, and every day that I pack an order, I'm happy and I feel like I'm glowing inside out from the happiness, means that Shojo Magnifique is worth it. I don't think and I don't intend to make millions and millions of dollars, but to be able to make enough to keep going and to find joy in this super intensely difficult job market. After having had the big girl job of my dreams, it really makes me happy to continue with ShojoMagnifique.com and to know that the community appreciates it. And in 2026, I promise to do my best to keep going, and hopefully, I'm able to expand the shop to offer stationery from the brand that I have in mind. And I just thank not only every single customer, but every single follower, mutual friend, kind person who presses the like button, who presses the share and repost button so that the shop is highlighted and people know that if they go to this site, they are going to find Shoujo and Josei exclusively and have fun and get the exact kind of manga that they most enjoy. And so I thank everyone, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful end of year. And I hope you've enjoyed watching all the different screens and all the different gifts and everything from my little times frame. The Christmas countdown one is, I didn't customize it at all, as you can probably tell. But I wanted a cute little Christmas countdown, so I left that one. And obviously, just for anyone curious, the manga featured on all the other screens and anime includes Sailor Moon, Full Moon o Sagashite, and Kamikaze Kaito Jin, and Fruits Basket. And I will probably continue customizing so that it will include Cardcaptor Sakura and probably in the future Hanakimi as well. So thank you, everyone. Thank you from the bottom to the top of my heart for all your kindness, all your support, from one nerdy girl to all the nerdy people. Whether you're millennial, younger than me, older than me, I just turned 35. I'm just so grateful for everyone's kindness.